how to solve all the problems of the world. Woohoo!
That's so fun. We're getting good at it.
We are. That's because you finally are reading it. You're not trying to remember.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey,
How
what's
are you
going
doing?
on? I'm good. It's cold out there, but yet
And yet
we
have our
we're still drinking our cold
our
drinks.
Cold drinks.
What are you having?
I am having vodka. But you know what? Listen, I know we changed the order of things. We are now introducing the topic before we even talk about, and that's the point of having the written guide.
This
It says
thing right here.
chat, preview, guest, and topic.
It says chat though.
All right, chat GPT.
All right.
And the topic today is...
It actually is. If you look at the pronouns, it's chat G.
No, that's PGT.
It's close. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah,
Do your thing, Steve.
Anyway,
let's follow the
we're
rules.
going to talk about, and this is, everybody has had a nurse in their life who has made a difference. We're going to talk about nursing today and healing music with our guest, musician, nurse, Megan Palmer. Stay tuned. In a few minutes, you'll be done with us, and you'll get to somebody really interesting.
Exactly.
Okay, speaking of drinks.
Okay, speaking of drinks. What do you? So you're having a vodka gimlet.
Vodka gimlet.
Is this the best first one you've had today?
This is the best first vodka gimlet of the day.
Great.
Here, listen to that. Oh,
yeah.
Beautiful ice.
I think our guest has one too. That's just awesome.
Our guest does have one.
Well, it's really bourbon weather for me because it's cold out there. But I'm having a Miller Lite because I have a new Huggy.
And it says father figure. By the way, we're taping this, so there will be videotape evidence, but there will also be pictures on our website. What's our website, Kelly?
www.frontporchaf.com.
There you go.
Go. Anyway, this is Father Figure. It's Taylor Swift song.
Isn't
Probably
it a
most
George
people
Michael
know.
song?
Well, she actually gave the royalties to him, to his. Well, he's passed away, but his company estate. For being able to use this in her song. It's the title. Anyway, she did it right. It's a great song.
And by the way, that's awfully kind because you cannot copyright a title.
Anyway, I need to shout out to David and Amanda, who are avid listeners to our podcast, and they are the ones that gifted me with this lovely Huggy.
They're not lawyers, are they?
No.
Good.
Amanda's an HR person, so we may need her.
Hey, that's an excellent Huggy. Mm-hmm. See, I said Huggy, not Koozie.
Very good.
You've won.
Well, I did win because I sent you proof documentation.
That's
right.
Because
I got another Huggy for Christmas, and it came with its packaging, and on the packaging it said Huggy. I think I sent you a picture of it.
You did send me a picture of it. It was made with AI, so I don't believe it.
It was not. Shut up. Anyway, let's go ahead. What's going on? What's going on with you in the neighborhood?
Neighborhood notes. I have been kind of, just sticking around home, so I haven't gotten out and about. But I did two things to tell you. I figured out TikTok, and Front Porch AF finally has a TikTok account.
You are getting so good at that stuff.
I am just call me 13.
Yes, we'll call you 13. That's Taylor Swift's favorite number.
And the YouTube video that I managed to put up that you took and produced of the Farm Swifties singing The Fate of Ophelia got over 1,000 views in the first 5 days.
That's a lot.
I know, and it's racking them up. Racking them up.
That's great.
So you're pretty darn good. What are you up to?
Oh my goodness, I've been busy. I've had lots of guests, family in and out. Today is the last day. We are filming this recording this in advance. Today's the last day of deer season. So, I've been out in the woods deer hunting, and our good neighbor Barry harvested a doe this morning and went out and helped him, field dress it and get it to the truck.
Was it Bambi's mother?
It was not. As a matter of fact,
okay.
I think Fred and Jane, their mothers, but not Bambi.
Good.
Bambi doesn't live here.
Bambi doesn't live here anymore?
No, Bambi's gone.
Oh.
Anyway, so the last day of deer season.
Immigrant.
And while we were out there, so last year we had a big problem with beavers. And there's a creek that runs, you have that little creek, your little water goes into the creek down the hill from me, and then that runs around and goes into the Cumberland, but it goes under two big culverts between here and the Cumberland, and last year the beavers had completely dammed those up. They're like I can walk like 6 foot in diameter culverts, right? And so stormwater came out and opened them up, and then we had some beavers had to cross a rainbow bridge after that, and
were they escorted across the rainbow
they were.
bridge? Okay.
And then so anyway, but they're back.
The beavers are back.
The beavers are back.
You can't keep a good beaver down.
You can't. So I took Barry out there and I showed him where their den is, and they don't have a big wood dam. They have burrowed into the side of the bank, the bluff, and they have their den there. And so
kind of like the Indians in New Mexico, the Ansari Indians.
yeah, I don't
remember.
I don't
but
know the name, but yes.
The Pueblo Indians, I think.
Okay,
one of
we
them.
can look it up.
We should look it up.
But anyway, so the beavers are back, and they've got the culvert like halfway blocked.
My beaver's back, and you're gonna be in trouble. Hey la, my beaver.
Oh my God. I don't know why I brought this up. Like, that was just
You
not
knew
a
you were
good
going to be in
idea.
trouble.
I knew I was going to be in trouble. I mean, can we switch to raccoons?
Oh, yes. Do you have raccoons?
I don't, but our good friend Nikki Bloom has got a
Right
raccoon
down the road.
right down the road.
Yeah.
And she's been on one of our video shorts before.
Yeah.
She's got a raccoon problem in her barn.
How can raccoons be a problem? Oh, they overturn trash and stuff, right?
Well, her barn is kind of nice, and she has a loft,
That's
and
right.
there's between the loft floor and the ceiling to the lower floor of the barn, there's like about a 12-inch space, and so the raccoons like to get in there and nest and destroy the ceiling and just
The ambiance of the place is just gone to hell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, wild raccoons in the bin that we're gonna have to.
You can make hats. You can make hats out of them.
We're gonna make Nikki a coonskin hat.
You can make a brooch. You can make a tie. I picked a bad week to give up drinking.
I think you did,
How
or
are
at least maybe
New
we
Year's
did.
resolutions. How are they going?
I don't make New Year's resolutions.
You don't? Well,
Do you?
Well, no, but I kind of thought I'd just check in and see. Do you know anybody who makes them?
Nope.
Nope. Are we too old? Have we just given up?
No, I think it's I don't know. I don't think people do that anymore.
Wait a minute. Look at all the gym ads you see on TV. Look at all the low calorie food. Look at all the no alcohol beer. I mean, this is a big
thing. Is it dry January? Is that
It is
thing?
dry January.
I think it's damp January.
Is it? Oh, wait a minute. We see our guest raising a hand.
Yeah.
Damp January.
She's agreeing to that. I think that's what we'll officially tag it. Damp January. Yeah, no, I don't have any New Year's resolution. But I had one other thing to talk about for neighborhood notes.
Well, please go on. Don't let me stop you.
I won't. I'm going to circle us back to this.
Yeah. Okay.
Did you see that they have approved
the walking bridge across Peeler Park?
They've approved the feasibility study.
For those of you guys who don't know what we're talking about, at the end of our road, which, as you know, is Neely's Bend, it dead ends into the most beautiful public park and greenway. And right across the river there is Donaldson. And there's another greenway there. And we've been trying for decades to get a pedestrian bridge to cross the river, which at this point is like 3 feet across. It's very narrow.
What are you talking about?
The
river? When was the last time you've been down there?
Well, fine. Maybe it's a quarter mile across, but it's narrow compared to,
the Mississippi.
Compared to the Mississippi.
But it's a big river.
Well, yes, ships go on it and stuff, but you can get a walkway across.
Why would you do that?
So that to connect the two.
Why would you do that? I mean, that's millions of dollars. Millions of dollars.
Well, that's what they just approved.
They just approved the feasibility study. But we have potholes. Have you driven in Nashville? Like, I could think of a bunch of other things they could do with that money.
We're probably going to cut this part.
Bridge.
We're probably going to cut this whole part out because I thought you were happy about the pedestrian bridge.
No.
Oh,
every time
I'm thrilled.
Every time I drive home from D's and I hit that area in the right lane with just about tears your suspension out of your car, I think about how much I don't want a pedestrian bridge and how much I'd like a nice smooth road to drive home on.
See, I don't care about the smooth road. I want a pedestrian bridge just because I think it would be so cool.
Are you going to walk on it?
No. But I
Then
could
you don't
look
count.
at
Your
it.
vote doesn't count.
No, you're right.
Your
My
vote doesn't
count.
count.
This is the most esoteric and strange neighborhood note I think we've ever had. You know, because I'm going to have to put up maps on the website to
Yeah, I
show
think
people
you can
what we're
put
talking
maps,
about.
but I just don't think we need it. Like, it's a waste of money.
Write your council person
Our
at
council person
nashville.gov.
supports it, but I will be writing her a note about it. I'm going to actually call her.
Okay. Yeah, in fact, I think she would want to talk to you about it.
Yeah, I think she would. That's a good thing about
But
Tom.
my vote will negate yours, so there you go.
I'm not even going to let you vote.
Okay, you know what it's time to do?
What is it time to do?
It's time to get off all of this
Okay.
personal crap. And
Well, we got anything
unless
in the mailbag?
wait a minute, one more thing. One more thing. Do you know what we did a couple weeks ago?
Who, you and me?
We went to a shooting range.
We did. We went to a firing range.
Yes. What
And
did
we
I
went
do
to-
good?
You did great.
Yeah.
You actually
My
are a
first
really
time
good
I
shot.
ever shot a handgun.
Yeah, and you did great.
Okay. And stay tuned because there will be more about Sue and guns and take cover.
You better take cover because you're a good shot.
Mark, take cover because I'm a good shot. Mailbag.
Mailbag.
I got a postcard from my sister on a cruise to New Zealand.
And
she says, wait a minute. It was in here. Ah, there it is. Okay. Hey, yes, this country is still pristine and magnificent, so friendly and sincere. They've all asking me, what the fuck is going on in the United States? Love, Kit. All right, so.
yeah, I got a lot of that when I was in Australia this summer.
We won't be answering that question. Do you have anything mailbag?
No, I do not.
Okay. We won't be able to answer what the fuck is going on in the United States, but we will be able to answer some really important questions about the health of our health and the health of, everybody we love.
Yeah.
In this, and I have been waiting for this for months. Okay.
I know we've been trying to get this scheduled for
Okay.
a while now.
And because I don't want to miss anything, I'm going to read the introduction.
Okay.
All right. My dearest friend of 55 years now, Sally, recently retired from a half-century career in nursing. And in many ways, she inspired both of us to explore this topic, especially as it relates to the news of the day. And we got really lucky when Megan Palmer accepted our invitation to join us. I first heard Megan Palmer years ago at the 5 Spot. It's an East Nashville venue, when she was performing with one of the many other incredibly talented musicians we have here. And now I can't even remember just who she was with at that time. But what I do remember is being blown away by this violinist with the most beautiful voice. She knocked me out. She's played, and I've learned that she's played with some of the best on the Americana music scene. Tim Easton, Bob Lewis, Amy Speece, Ann McHugh, Darren Bradbury, Jason Quicksall, just to name a few. What I learned later was that I didn't know this for the longest time, that she's also a registered nurse who has worked in palliative care for the longest time and now is in rheumatology. And that she has blended her science and art to create something she calls healing music. When in 2021, dealing with the physical and psychological effects of the COVID shutdown, Megan released the EP Take Good Care. It's a collection of songs written with her nursing colleagues as they process the complex emotions and highlighted an important part of what she and her co-workers use daily in end-of-life care, and that was compassion. Megan has been a nurse for 25 years, and she has seen a lot of changes and challenges in the nursing profession over that time. Today, there's a crisis in nursing in America, so we want to talk with her about that and about her music and about how they all come together in her unique blend of artistry and healing. So, Megan Palmer, welcome to our Front Porch, and thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, thank you for having me. I have been looking forward to this ever since we cooked up this idea at the bar.
It wasn't a bar.
It is so cool to have you here today. I was just thinking when you were going through that intro that One of the times I've seen Megan sing is for the Linda Ronstadt tribute. And oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You just blew me away.
Aw.
It was awesome.
And we'll give you a little bit more information about how to listen to Megan's music a little bit down the line, because I'm dying to talk about nursing first, if that's okay with you guys. Megan, what was your path to nursing?
Well, when I was in high school, I was really working hard to be a musician. I was studying violin, and I thought I was going to just become a musician. And for some reason, something whispered in my ear when I got to school, when I went to college, that said I should sign up for nursing. And I don't even know why or what that was. And I continued to study music. I actually minored in music at Capital University in Columbus, Ohio. But I started taking nursing classes, and I was blessed with a wonderful clinical instructor who kind of opened my eyes to what nursing could be. Because I have to admit, the first year and a half, I was like, I don't think this is for me. I don't know if I like people.
That's the hard. So what did you end up, when you first finished your training piece, what did you first end up doing?
My first year of nursing was on a renal unit, which is kidney disease, and it was a med surge, and I was working nights, and it was terrifying. And then I moved into critical care right after that, and I did that for a few years.
Which is equally terrifying?
Absolutely, absolutely terrifying. But I was like, I'm going to get in this and see what's going on. And I wanted to learn everything I could. And I was fascinated with the human body, how it heals and how it breaks down and all the things in between of that. And so I just sort of kept going, and I worked in cardiac, post-open heart step down. I did a whole bunch of things, and then I became a travel nurse in New York City for 5 years.
How fun.
And bounced around the city, played a bunch of gigs, was compelled to play my hospital's talent show, which I had to audition for.
Oh,
no.
I did. Oh, my gosh.
That's fantastic. So you made it.
I got into the show. I did. And then all paths led me back to Nashville, where I was hoping to continue to play music, because playing music in New York is hard. And I was starting to lose the life of that. So Tim Easton actually invited me to come and to play with him. And I thought, oh, well, I can get a nursing job and do that and keep playing music.
Hospitals around here.
So how did you get into palliative care? And is it palliative?
I'd say palliative, but
palliative, yep, palliative care.
Okay.
I had heard about palliative care when I was in New York. We were kind of doing it on the fly, and I was fascinated with it, because one thing that was getting on my nerves about nursing is that I felt like I was torturing people, trying to fix them, and just doing things that people didn't want, and I was just starting to get really tired of that. And I saw an ad for Vanderbilt on the job listing. They were looking for a PRN palliative care nurse. And I was like, I didn't really want to have a full-time job, because I was still touring a lot with a lot of people. And so I didn't want to commit to working every other weekend and all the holidays. Mm-hmm. So I wanted a PRN job, and there was a posting for that for the palliative care unit. And I went to the interview. There was a guitar sitting on the nurse's station. Wow. And I was like, okay, I think I'm home.
It's a sign.
Yeah. And so they offered me the job, and I was there for quite well into the pandemic.
Well, we were talking before the show about the importance of nursing in America, and there is a serious shortage of nursing in this country right now. Why do you think that is? I've seen a lot of the, is it burning, staff shortages, pay, respect. From your perspective, what do you see as the cause of this shortage?
Well, I'm going to say something slightly controversial in that I don't think there's a shortage, but I think that the way nurses are treated, that many of them are leaving the profession in droves. So there's a lot of nurses out there who aren't working as nurses, because it's very hard to work in the hospital, especially in, direct patient care. Most nurses get out of school and they leave within 1 to 3 years.
Really?
Yeah.
So there's plenty of nurses. They just don't want to have nursing as a career.
Yeah, because it's so disappointing. I watched a lot of nurses that I helped train, because I've been a nurse for 25, 26 years. So of course I have the experience, and of course no matter what job I have, I end up training people how to do it. It's like, well, I guess that's what we're doing. And I just watch their disappointment. These young new grads of yeah, this is the job. This is
right.
I know you went into it with a heart to help, and you are helping, but it's a different thing than what you get promised in those nursing textbooks. So I think it's hard to stay.
What would you do to change it? Magic wand time.
Ooh. Well, I mean, I think the system is sort of crumbling right now with all that's going on. So I feel like it's in a change. I feel like some of it is just going to break down and it's going to have to get rebuilt.
Yeah.
Well, it segues nicely into the next thing I wanted to ask. The Trump administration, speaking of the way things are, has declared that nursing is not a profession, just a job.
Rude.
Which makes a huge difference in the affordability of educational support and exacerbates the nursing crisis. What's your take?
Well, I have been working in the clinic at Vanderbilt now in the rheumatology department for a year, and I was waiting for that year to come up so I could get my tuition reimbursement to go back to school, get my master's degree, and maybe further. And 2 months before, that got canceled. So no tuition reimbursement for advanced degree practice.
Right. It was all about the tuition reimbursement, right? Or student loans and stuff. That's what it was all about.
It's all roped into that. So they're basically trying to keep a profession down, and that they don't want people it's more than 50% women as nurses to stay in their lane, and they're trying to keep us from getting more power and strength.
And I mean, from my experience in the healthcare world as a patient, I would rather talk to my nurse. I have a nurse practitioner versus dealing with a doctor. It's so much easier, and it seems like you guys spend so much more time with people and talk and actually get to know.
Do you think that it could have anything to do with the majority of nurses are women?
Yeah, I think that's a lot of it.
You mean? It's just a wild idea that just came into my head. Well, we can't solve that problem here, but let's talk about creativity, because that's going to lead into what you do uniquely. How does creativity figure in nursing?
Well, it's a wide range, because you have to use creativity as a nurse because you are improvising all the time. You are always thinking on your feet. You are always trying to see how to respond to a patient in a way to help them understand what's going on with them, help them cope with that. And, every conversation, especially in the area of death and dying, which I've worked a lot in, those are some creative conversations that you have to help people get to that point where they're going to be in a place of acceptance. And so, that's the psychological component, but also you have to have a way to discharge some of that, of which you take on when you are doing that type of work, because you bring it with you. How do you get rid of it? You could develop a drinking problem, or you could start writing songs. It's like, which one are we doing? Maybe both.
Balance.
Yeah. Well, talk to us about writing songs. I had made a little note that in the introduction video for Take Good Care, the collection that you received, you talk about a patient's request that almost made me cry. He said, "Would you stop for a minute and please hold my hand?"
Yeah.
Yeah. And so over to you.
Yeah. In the hustle and bustle of direct patient care, sometimes that's the first thing to go out the window. And that's what people need the most. Mm-hmm. They need someone to listen to them, to hold their hand, tell them it's going to be okay. And sometimes just sit there in silence. And you don't always have the time to do it unless you declare that you're doing that. And my nursing practice, in all the ways I've done it, I have had mentors that have showed me how to do that. And sometimes that means not being as good at checking the boxes they want you to check and have all the paperwork all perfect. Right. But I'd much rather sit with someone and hold their hand than make my charts look nice.
Well, tell us about the healing music. Because we do not have a license to play recorded music on the podcast, but we do for YouTube, and we will be putting links to those to that music. And then after the podcast, after the audio podcast, maybe you can stick around for the video portion and maybe play some music. But tell us right now about the healing music concept and what you're doing with it.
Well, so during the pandemic, we were kind of at a loss what to do to cope with things. And so we were just sitting there on the palliative care unit, and a few of us were just like, let's do something creative. So I got together and wrote songs with my colleagues, and a lot of them had never even written songs before. Some of them were musicians a little bit, and so we just sat and talked and told stories to each other, and I just took a bunch of notes, and then I was like, all right, I think this is a song based on what we've talked about, and then
that is so cool.
We'd go back and forth, and I kind of modeled it after Mary Gaucher's Songwriting with Soldiers. That was sort of the inspiration, because we are soldiers in a way.
You guys are definitely soldiers, and definitely during COVID, y'all were the front line. For everything.
But it was amazing, because what really came out of those stories is that we were there for each other, and how we are learning to take care of each other as a profession, as we are doing the service of also caring for the patients that come in. And that's a really important thing, I think, just to know that you have someone has your back and you have their back in that sort of situation, because it gets really intense.
Do you think that music does heal?
Yes.
Yeah.
I do.
I do too.
Oh, I totally do.
Because there's a point where the words, you can't say enough words anymore.
Right.
You need something else to modulate, to move a feeling through.
Sometimes it just, even just the sound of the music hits that feeling, hits that emotion. Even not without, not the words
I know
part,
exactly
the music
what you mean.
part.
You can hear, to me, I can hear dun, 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 dun. It's My Girl, and it makes me happy.
Mm-hmm.
It makes me happy. That one note that I know is going to lead to those other notes.
Yeah.
So I can't wait to share some of your music with our listeners via links, of course, because of licensing.
So Megan, did you guys do y'all ever do that on the floor with the patients? Would you ever, I mean, I know you're, like you said, you're crazy busy. You don't have a lot of time for the extra stuff, but were you ever able to? Yeah, we were. It was, sometimes it felt like my attending physician would sometimes grab me and hand me the guitar, and she's like, I need you to go in this room and play something for these people. And I would be like, this is kind of difficult, because it's really switching gears, it's really a different mindset from being passing out medications and cleaning people and do all this stuff, and to just oh, now I'm going to perform. But, it was sort of a desperate act on her part to ask me to do that. I was like, I get it. But there were other times where one of my colleagues, Anna Henderson, she wrote Stop for a Minute with me. Mm-hmm. And she's a great singer. And I would hear her singing to the patients, across the nurses' station. She would do that. She would sing, Amazing Grace and so cool.
A bunch of hymns. And sometimes we'd manage to get the guitar going. And my other boss was able to, he played too. So we would sometimes do that. And we took care of a lot of musicians too, and a lot of people in the industry, and their loved ones. So sometimes that would spontaneously, you would hear songs coming out of rooms. It was really amazing.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So what are the other projects that you are working on right now musically?
Well, I'm in a band with Bob Lewis.
I know that.
And we are called Slow Force. And Bob Lewis is a licensed massage therapist. Mm-hmm. So we get together every Tuesday and work on our songs. And we kind of have this little bank of songs that are healing songs, and that we're always texting each other phrases, or the one that I texted him last week that we started writing was Lost in the Shuffle. Because it's so easy to get lost in the shuffle.
Oh God, yes.
So that song's coming, as long as we don't lose the inspo. That kind of thing, just little expressions. And so we're getting ready to go in the studio this year and make a record, a bunch of songs ready for that.
Because I've been listening to you two play together for some time, and I'm really glad to hear that.
Yeah.
How many instruments do you play? Okay, make me feel bad.
Well, my first instrument was piano, and then I picked up the violin when I was about 8, and then I added guitar in there, and so I guess 4 if you count singing, which I think it's probably...
That's what your voice is. How many you play?
piano and saxophone
Oh,
I did
and-
not
I didn't know
you
you played sax.
and
I did-
drums. If you count drums, like
Oh, of course we
not
got
a trap
drums.
set, but
No
I played
kidding.
the bass. Yeah, I played the sax and
Would anybody like to hear me play the piano? We can go upstairs. Sure.
Yeah.
Because of the request is overwhelming, we will not be filming this. No, I'm a terrible pianist, but I enjoy it.
Yeah.
You know.
I think it's therapeutic just to touch an instrument and play,
Oh,
get some notes to come, it gives you a vibration.
Yeah.
If I had a New Year's resolution this year, it's to touch an instrument each day.
Oh,
I bet
that's good.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well-
it's not that hard.
What were y'all doing up at D's a couple of weeks ago? I was in Washington State. We were streaming that.
Yeah. So we, Bob and I put together a whole night in benefit for Safe Paw, the Southern
Oh, yeah, we
Alliance
had
for
Safe-
People
we
and
had
Animal
Lori
Welfare.
Green.
Lori
We
Green.
had her here. Yeah.
Oh, you had Lori on? Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah,
nice.
we had Lori on. Yeah.
Oh, I haven't heard that one. I got to catch
Yeah,
up.
it is. It's Pets of the Homeless.
Nice. Yeah, and I've been working with Lori. I forgot how long. I only have Facebook to remind me, but like about 10 years
Oh,
I've been
wow.
helping her out. But this year we really leaned into it and put this whole night benefit together. It went from like 6 p.m. till midnight, and we had a silent auction. We had like 25 artists. It was a total crazy thing, but it was really awesome. We had a good time.
Right.
We raised a lot of money too.
It was a great vibe. I mean, even online, even from across the country, watching the stream, it's like, oh man, this is a wonderful event to be part of.
It was my favorite gig of the year.
And we do sandwiches.
Yes.
Yes, we do sandwiches for the homeless. And my Saturday is coming up here.
Yep, I'm gonna be up on Saturday, this coming Saturday too.
Okay.
Yep.
Where can people find your music and more? You don't, by the way, it's not just music, it's not just nursing, but you write. Yes, you do. Look at
Yes,
this.
you do.
Okay,
Guilty.
a listener, she's blushing. Tell us about your writing.
I love writing. I have always loved writing, and I have a Substack. It's called Megan Palmer Writes. It's such a basic name. I've thought about changing it, but I'm like, that's all it
That's
is.
perfect.
It's perfect.
You
and
know?
it's so good. I've started. I don't know. It came through, and I've started reading. It's
Thank
so
you.
good.
Thank you.
I'm like, oh,
It's good for me. It helps me sort of get my feelings out, and it doesn't require you to listen to my newest song or whatever. It's hard to be a musician and promote yourself. Sometimes it gets very exhausting.
If somebody did want to listen to your newest song, where would they go?
Well, they could wherever you get your music.
Wherever you
know?
get your music. But I'll bet you there's a website.
Oh, yes, there is a website. I have a website which is meganpalmer.com, and then I'm also on YouTube and Spotify and Apple Music and where else do you get music?
Amazon Music.
Amazon,
Music.
yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
downloaded Jason's song off Amazon.
Oh yeah.
Oh, we've downloaded it a lot. We
Yeah.
sing it a lot. Get off my ass this Christmas.
It's not autobiographical. Autobiographical. The
Oh, you
string's
think
kicking in.
not? I think we're. I think we-
He says it's not, but oh no, I don't know. I beg to differ.
let's see. Let's see. We already talked about what you're up next to. We've got Safe Paw. What would it be an organization that you would recommend to folks if they wanted to make a positive difference in either and or healing, nursing, care, healing music? Where do you think would somebody get some more information or be able to take some positive steps that way?
Well, obviously they could contact me. I know a lot of people. I helped out with a book that was about nurses and compassion by a woman named Donna Gaffney, and I also
Links will be on the website.
I will send you the links for that. I'm also involved in the therapeutic touch community, which is a healing-based energy healing that's
Right.
based in nursing, and I'm actually on the board of trustees for that. And so I do a lot of that, and we do a lot of distance healing and group meditations and things like that. It's
Oh,
really,
that sounds
really
fun.
great.
Distance healing. That sounds interesting. And yes, we will have links on the website under the Take Action.
Do we have a minute for you to tell us what distance healing is?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, like, what
Yes,
is
we
that?
do. I'll cut out a bunch of stuff that I was talking about earlier, but please go on.
Yeah, well, you know, it's something that we, in the therapeutic touch community, that we've always been aware of, that we have done. But since when the pandemic happened, we started working on Zoom with each other when we couldn't be in person. And it turns out you can do a healing over Zoom, and it works. And I was
Wow.
super skeptical of it. I was like, I don't think this is going to work. And then it did, and I was like, oh, wow, that's amazing. It's just about connecting energy fields, you know.
You can do it over Zoom.
You can do it over Zoom. Yeah.
That is so
Yeah. And
crazy.
I have. And I've received it and also given healing over Zoom, which is great for people that can't get out or
Exactly.
if they're far away or,
Yeah.
you know.
What does therapeutic touch mean?
So it's a healing modality that involves really centering and then assessing a field, looking for blockages in people's energy fields. It's kind of similar to Reiki or
Reiki.
healing touch, but it's a little bit more nursing theory based. It was formed by nurses 50 years ago. So there's been a lot of studies done, and I love it. I've been practicing it for almost as long as I've been a nurse.
Oh, wow.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah.
You had a pretty important mentor in that process, didn't you?
Yes. Her name is Debbie Shields, and she was my first nursing instructor,
Oh,
and
cool.
and she is still she's pretty ill right now, but she's amazing and one of my favorite people in the world.
Well, we can't thank you enough for sharing that with us, and for being our guest. We could go on and on, but the old clock on the
Wow,
wall.
time flies.
My,
Does fly.
when you're having fun, but stick around, and everybody here on the audio podcast, please go to our YouTube channel to be able to catch the show in video and be able to maybe hear Megan sing a song in a
All
little
right.
bit.
Long as
Thank you,
Sue's not
Megan
singing.
Palmer.
Thank
you
you.
so
Yeah.
much.
Thank you, Kelly and
Thanks,
Sue.
Sue.
So much fun.
Thanks, Megan.
Okay, so we've talked about taking a positive action. Upcoming shows. Remember me firing a gun?
I cannot get that out of my head.
Wait a minute. I'm
Honestly.
going to whip out. Where is it?
I'll put it away.
You put it away. All right, I'm going to take a picture of it and put it up. You should see the little cartoon person.
The target.
The target. Oh, I'm sorry, the target. And am I a dead eye or what?
Yes. It
We're
was
gonna-
pretty incredible. I was blown away by your accuracy.
Thank you very much. It means a lot coming from you because you know what you're doing and I don't. But that's the reason why I'm taking the classes, and because I am going to get a handgun.
That's a whole nother conversation.
Yes, and we're going to have handgun instructors on
Yes,
to
from the
talk to us
citizens.
about safety and about responsibility and about why it's maybe I shouldn't get a gun. No, time has come. I've taken the training. I feel like I am prepared.
You're
to take-
ready.
I am ready. I
Okay.
am ready. But that's going to be an interesting show. Now you take it from here. Doctor.
I do. Okay. Our website.
Yes. That's right. Okay, I'm going to put this up. Ladies and gentlemen watching from YouTube land, there's a whole thing about what words to say and when to say them. It's known as a script.
Sometimes
Yes.
it's hard to follow. Okay, we do have a website, and if you should go to it. Whoever's listening to this podcast, because it's a cool website. We got a lot of stuff up there. Links on this show about what you can do, and then all of our other shows too. You can find
And
links,
photos
all-
and videos
all
and
these really cool
outtakes and all sorts of things.
and that website is www.frontporchaf.com.
Mm-hmm.
And if you sign up, Sue will send you some exclusive content.
Yes. you just
And if you have any ideas for the show, let us know. Keep in touch, and we love to get things from the mailbag and tell your friends about us.
please like and share us on socials. And we're on even more of them now.
Now we are.
You got the Facebook. You got the Instagram. You got the TikTok. You got the YouTube. But
Never.
what don't we ever,
We
ever, ever? That's right.
There you
Never.
It's your turn.
So until next time.
When we gather on our audio front porch, grab a drink.
And solve all the problems of the world. Cheers, y'all. That she hasn't even released yet. So it's just special for us. Center of the center.
Yes. All right. I always wanted to be free. I didn't know it was inside of me. It's always playing hide and seek, and I feel like it's just out of reach. It's easier to be afraid, 'cause then you stay contracted instead of rising up to vibration way, 'cause then you know you acted from the center of it all. The center is the center of it all, and I'm crawling. Every single day when I'm driving to work, I try to set an intention as to be an instrument of healing and peace. Try to pay attention. Pay attention. 'Cause some days are better than others. 'Cause the man is always gonna get you down. So I reach for the clouds and the tops of the trees. Tell myself I cannot drown. From the center of it all. The center is the center of it all, and I'm crawling to the center of it all. The center is the center of it all, and I'm crawling. I always wanted to be free.
Wow. Oh, wow. What did you think about when you were writing that song?
I was thinking about how in my healing group of people I study healing with, how we talk about centering, and your heart center is where you start, and the center of your heart center is really where it all comes from. And so projecting healing and peace onto the world is from that center is how we get that message out.
Oh,
That's awesome.
yeah. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Meg.
Megan Palmer, Center of the Center. Cheers, y'all.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Clink.